What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Hopefully everybody in here watching. 34 of you guys, only 5 likes. If you guys could hit the like button, I would appreciate it. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Some good football. Obviously, Chiefs, Bills lived up to the expectations of what we thought it would be and all wanted. Kind of wanted the Bills to win, but I did think that Kansas City was going to win. That was my prediction the entire time. I probably said it here on a live stream last week. Bucks Lions game was torn. Had no clue who I want to win that game. Like the Bucks, the Lions are just an awesome team to watch. So I wasn't really mad either way. So we'll see what happens moving on to this weekend. But you guys might be looking at the optimizer, and if you know how to read this optimizer, which I suggest you learn how to, and really get why these are good picks whenever we're talking about them on stream, I'm going to show you guys right here. Look at this very top play. Now, we did miss it. It's the first live you joined. What's up? Well, welcome. So, I'm sorry. I went live at 11 o'clock when I said I would. I was loading up the optimizer to stream. I see this Justin Watson play, hit the board, or hit the optimizer, and I had to get it in ASAP, and it was gone immediately almost. This play is absolutely nuts and should have never been on the PrizePicks board. When you look at the odds, if you guys can see here, Justin Watson, under 1.5 receptions. He set the 1.5 receptions on every sportsbook here, all 4 of these sportsbooks, at minus 255, minus 238, minus 250, and minus 244. So they are saying there is a very, 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 very good chance that he does not catch 2 passes this coming weekend. 62.88% chance to hit. Now, remember, all the math is done on the back end with DGF. We're taking into consideration the lines for the over and the under of this 1.5 receptions line on all of these sports books, removing the juice, and we get this true fair odds percentage or odds percent to hit of 62.88%. Justin Watson under 1.5 receptions. And whether that hits or not, it's not 100%. It's still the right play mathematically over the long term if you want to be profitable on PrizePicks. This is an amazing play. 60 of you guys in here, 16 likes. Appreciate everyone in here. Question. On the live stream, I'm seeing like a weird bar underneath the stream. Is there like a blank gray bar underneath where the banner is, the Daily Grind banner? If somebody can let me know. Or am I tripping? Does it look good? Is it full screen for everybody? It's not cutting off anything? And cheers to all my coffee drinkers. Nope, looks good. Wait. Chi-Town? Chi-Town, you're probably saying, yes, it looks good. All right, appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. You tripping, my man. Sam. Yeah, I figured I probably was. The way it just looked on the YouTube side of things, YouTube's website, it's showing up a little weird for me, but on my other site, it's looking good. But yeah, I just wanted to explain how good of a play this was in general. Justin Watson at 62%, minus 250. Guys, it's insane. It's insane. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Why you're playing these heavily juiced props on these set payout platforms. You're getting such a better bang for your buck. Let me pull this up. Let's just say minus 255. 255, $100 straight bet is only going to profit you $39, right? That's what you got. That's what you would have got if you would have took the under of 1.5 on those sports books, right? But let's say you got it on PrizePicks. Obviously, it's a parlay. Oops. Minus 119. Oh, my keyboard's in shambles. Minus 119. $84 in profit compared to $39 in profit just on that one single play, assuming they were both straight bets. Obviously, it's a parlay on PrizePicks. No matter which way you look at it, you can't play it by a straight bet. But it's just going to show you, like, getting those odds at minus 119 on a play that's minus 255 is insane. All right. Now that everybody's in here, I appreciate it. I talked about that play, which was pretty nuts. We cashed a couple plays. I did tweet out earlier one of the hot streak plays that we talked about, that they were off compared to the market. Of course, we were able to get some value. Now, not too much value as it stands. We might be able to correlate some stuff here. Like, we can get caps and broken blade over 3.5, set to 4 on multiple different DFS apps, and set to 3.5 with some juice on hot streak. So, like, we could start a slip right there and see what we have that pops up. We could check the middling tool. So caps and broken blade both on G2. Both on G2, so positive correlation there. In League of Legends, guys, positive correlation. Taking 2 overs on the same team, taking 2 unders on the same team, taking an over versus the opposing team under. Like, that is some of positive correlation in League of Legends. We could take Humanoid maybe as a one-off play. It would be just comparing here to Underdog, and then we could try and middle this on Underdog. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna check the middling tool real quick. So Optimizer, what you guys were just looking at, comparing sportsbooks lines and odds back to PrizePicks, Underdog, all these other DFS apps. Now this is just DFS app to DFS app. And as you guys can see, hot streak off once again on some multiple plays here. Whether it's these CS2 plays, they seem to be a little bit lower by 0.5 on each, and then Joel Embiid off by 1 whole point. But we're going to look for some plays here. I know. Let's see. Dang. Off almost 2 points here on Damian Lillard. 1 PRA compared to Kyrie. Like, there's some good value right now on hot streak when it comes down to these discrepancies across these DFS apps. Nothing really great on hot streak. Wait, yike. Oh, we've already got 2 over here. Let's go ahead and take Humanoid. Let's go back to the Optimizer. Let's take Humanoid as the kind of one-off. Versus GX. I don't think PrizePicks is technically allowed to do straight bets. Bogdan Bogdanovic under 28.5 fantasy score. Not too bad. DraftKings seems to be pretty off on this. We can get Bogdan, and then we can get Jaden McDaniels, and we can call that a slip. Bojan. Under 28. And then we have Jaden McDaniels under 0.5 blocks. I'm going to share this into the chat. Let me make sure that was under. Yes. I'm going to share this in chat with you guys. Brett, it's just up to your preferences. But no, I mean, it's pretty safe to assume. And actually, while we're on that subject, let me go ahead and middle these. I'll get to that point in 1 second, Brett. What up, Maze? To get this slip off, I am going to go ahead and trust this Dean Wade line. Check the milling tool, make sure there's not something on there, to be honest. Justin Watson receiving yards. Books are, those DFS apps are definitely split. I'm going to go ahead and toss in this Dean Wade under rebounds line from the Optimizer. Yeah. I think if he's still available. Yeah. Boom. Oh my god. Underdog's been messing up my location all the time. Boom. All right. So we middled it. And this is going to bring up my point here regarding these esports plays, right, Brett? It's pretty safe to assume that the middle is the most accurate projection when looking at these. If you have 2 data points, which actually we have multiple data points in this scenario, so even better, right? And they are kind of split, but like if we had 4 books at 4 kills and the other one at 3, and then a PrizePicks at 3.5, we're gonna trust that PrizePicks is off. There's not really a need to middle that, right? Because if you have 4 DFS apps, 4 data points telling you it should be set to 4, and then PrizePicks is at 3.5. Looks like PrizePicks is going to be the one that's off there in that scenario. So there's no need to really middle it. But when you have just 2 data points, like we see here with Humanoid, over 3.5, and then 4 on Underdog, the middle is the most accurate projection. Now, I know you can't get the middle, technically, as far as a kill-wise of 3.5 and 4, but you can middle it as far as taking the under of 4 over 3.5. He lands on 4, which is pretty likely scenario in this situation. Especially given how hard it is to get kills in League of Legends, then you have a profitable bet on both sides, assuming obviously Underdog that you're hitting over there with your other picks. But in general, you can push and win on one app. We like to do this with bigger discrepancies. Haven't been seeing that many large discrepancies, but these are 2 reputable DFS apps that are setting these lines independently. Sometimes they're off. Sometimes they think they're right. Sometimes the other side's right. We're not saying one DFS app sharper than the other. Just at the middle is the most accurate projection. 84 of you guys in here. Appreciate that. If you guys are on Twitter or any social medias and you guys retweet the tweet of me going live or share this one way or the other, do appreciate it. It does help us out here. Also wanted to mention before we dive into maybe another app, if you guys don't have access to the tools you guys are watching here today at Daily Grind Fantasy, linked in the description of this live stream, you guys can get access to these tools. Miles, yes, you could shoot me a DM on Twitter at sportsbydustin. If you guys aren't following me there, shoot me a follow. Kind of go through these sports books. I know there's not too much crazy value. Of course, we put Dean Wade in and then Kyrie shoots up. That's even better. What can you do? What can you do? We can't really force a slip to be made out of this Kyrie play, to be honest with you. But, yeah. Go to ParlayPlay. So now we could take Lamar Jackson over 28.5 pass attempts. Luka over 16 and Williams under 2.5. That's Harris. Yeah, let's toss in a slip. Yep, I actually like this. If it's going to let us without a payout shift. Ugh. Lamar's at 29. Maybe we could build it out. Maybe you guys haven't used your slide the line. $16.5. Sorry, I will explain a little bit Just trying to go see if we can get these in real quick. We've already got Broken Blade in. We're gonna go Isaiah Pacheco, over 60.5. Looks like some juice on the over of 63.5 already. Bogdanovich already bumped down a whole fantasy point on PrizePicks. Good to see. Pacheco over insured. Beautiful. So I can't give you guys a link for this one, but this is on ParlayPlay. If you guys don't have ParlayPlay, you guys can sign up. Link in the description. Lamar Jackson, over 28.5 pass attempts. Luka, over 16.5 rebounds plus assists. Jameson Williams, under 2.5 total receptions. Tobias Harris, under 10.5 rebounds, assists. Alex Petriangelo, under 0.5 points. Then Isaiah Pacheco, over 60.5 rushing yards. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I just want to make sure I didn't make any mistakes in entering this. A little bit of positive correlation too, right? Chiefs, Chiefs first, Ravens. Gonna have a little bit of positive correlation there. If Chiefs are running the ball, maybe they got ahead a little bit. Lamar Jackson's gonna have to throw the ball a little bit more. Could be multiple different ways. Obviously, this could happen, but slight positive correlation, right? If Chiefs get up and they're having to run the ball a decent amount, Pacheco's going to get more opportunities, thus helping him go over rush yards. And if they're playing from behind, speaking of Baltimore, if they're playing from behind, Lamar Jackson's probably going to have to throw the ball a bit more. So nice, good slip there, good slip. Let's go. And our average fair odds percentage on that slip is going to be above 54.3%, which is what we're looking for in those 6-pick uninsured slips on ParlayPlay. Same payout as PrizePicks, so that's the same thing we look for on PrizePicks when we're making 6 picks over there. I'm going to go back. Whoa. All right, hold on. No shot I'm going to be able to get these in. Kempe and Thomas Hurdle over. Oh, I guess they're both. Kempe and Thomas. Let's try. See what we can do. It's just, I probably am going to be too late. Yeah, I knew I was probably a little too late on that. Tough. PrizePicks has been much better. Hold on. ParlayPlay been kicking my butt. Brett, ParlayPlay's been literally drop kicking me in the balls. I'm going to be honest with you. David Johnson says, let's focus on tonight's plays. Look, if you don't lock that value in, it's not gonna be there forever. I'm assuming that, and let me look back at this line. And it's gone. So, when you see value, if you want to be a profitable sports bettor over the long term and actually try, see value earlier in the week, most of the time, it's not going to be there. By the end of the week, unless things change, injury, whatever it might be, got to lock in value when you can. Luka right here, over 16.5 rebounds plus assists, looking solid. 17.5 across the rest of the books. So getting at 16.5, really good for us. True Story says better. Let's check better. Honestly, haven't been too much value on better outside of injury news and lineup news when that comes out for NBA. But a really solid app to have if you guys are trying to get that good NBA value around that time. They are pretty slow when news comes out around lock or those first games starting. If you guys don't have any of these DFS apps, use code DGF. You'll get 100% deposit match up to $100 on basically everything. I believe better might be 500, and I think maybe Sleeper. Yeah, Sleeper. If you use code DUSTIN on Sleeper, you'll get 100% deposit match up to $500. Now, Sleeper. I've talked about this in the past. I literally only play the promos. You guys can see there's nothing good on Sleeper right now. There's no plus EV plays really. Like I've only put. Oh, speaking of that, I got a bone to pick with Josh Allen, bro. Sleeper promo. Josh Allen knocked his yards down a bunch to 170, 178 and a half, something like that. And he got like 177 or something. It was off by he was 2 yards from cashing the Sleeper promo, and they're only $10 per pick, but it grows. It certainly does. I started with like $5-10 a long time ago that I got for free actually from Sleeper, or yeah, it was from Sleeper that they just threw onto my account that I had. This was years ago, before I was even super into the DFS apps and stuff, and played it a little bit. Didn't really do much with it. Was down to $5. Got it onto the optimizer. Just been playing the promos, and I'm up to 300 and something bucks off Sleeper. So even if you get it and you only play the promos and pair it with the top play here on the optimizer, still worth having. So code Dustin if you guys want to get on Sleeper. Let's see. Check Dabble. Casalito, Leo, we got some slips off on PrizePicks. Seems like some of the stuff that we've gotten off is already bumped. If you want a solid play on PrizePicks right now, I would just throw this into a 5-man right here. It's like borderline plus EV, but you're getting some positive correlation on the League of Legends play. So if you're comfortable with that, it's not the best play. So I mean, if you've already played these League of Legends plays that we've already played, I wouldn't play this slip. But I'm saying if you like really want one, it's, like I said, borderline plus EV. But now, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it now. Porzingis is gone. Let me check Dabble. I know people are asking for Dabble. Bro, how is DGF having 57% and still not hitting? I think you just answered your own question. Because it's only 57%. Like, do you understand that there's plenty of chances for that to lose, right? It's not 100. 85% can lose. 75% can lose. 93% can lose. Like, it's not 100%, right? And all this is doing is basing it off math. It's not that we're picking and choosing what is has the highest chance percent to hit because we think it is. We're just simply devigging these lines on the back end and finding mathematically what the true fair odds percentage being given by the sports books is for these plays to hit. So you got to know that you're not going to win every time. You're not going to win every slip. You have to be able to withstand losses, guys. It comes with it. Nobody is hitting at 100%. And if you are, let me know because I could use your plays if you're hitting at 100%. True story. I don't think true story. This is actually a really good teaching point, and Miles says it, bro. If you have bankroll management and follow their software, you're gonna make money. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? With this software, like you can basically know nothing about sports, and if you just do plus EV betting the right way, like you can make money using this software without knowing anything about sports, right? But for the people that get DGF and they just think like, oh, I'm just gonna take the top 5 plays and not care about the percent odds to hit, or if you're just taking, red plays on the optimizer when say there's no value like up right now and there's just a bunch of red plays right here. If you're just taking those, that's not plus EV, right? You do have to know a little bit, right, about the software and how it's used. And my favorite people are the people that come into my DMs or TMTJ or Matt, whatever, asking about how this works, or the people that ask if there's any videos, because we have a million different videos here on YouTube that you can go to and really learn how to use the optimizer to help you profit. But at the end of the day, it's all about bankroll management. Even if you don't go down there, say you get 56 percenters, 5 of them, 6 of them, you put them into a 5 or 6 flex. That's awesome. That slip still has a chance to lose. A good chance. These are 5, 6 leg parlays, no matter what these percentages are. And if you just go in there and you have $100 and you just throw $25 on that one slip, you're going to be out of money quick, buddy. Like, you have to have discipline and bankroll management and literally mental toughness. That's what this takes, mental toughness to go through these losing stretches and losing streaks and multiple red days. But sticking to the process is how you're going to be profitable, guys. I'm going on a rant right here, I guess. Kind of. But I can't tell you guys how many times I've seen somebody get the optimizer. They lose 2 days. Bro, I've had it 2 days and I haven't hit a slip. It's going to happen. Full transparency. That's going to happen to you. But if you're sticking to it and you're doing it the right way, that 2 days isn't going to mean anything in the long run. Promise you. Yeah, Miles, that's a good story, man. That's awesome. Yep. It's the 1%. You got $500, you put $5 on a slip. It's the people, like, this ain't a get rich quick scheme. And we've never said it's going to be a quick get rich quick scheme. We've never said that. It's all about the long term. How many times do I say long term a day or even on these streams? A bunch. Probably saying it in my sleep these days. I'm bad about it, brother. Rockhead, I'm telling you, the hardest thing, and even for me, especially in the very beginning when I fully trusted plus EV betting, like I dove in, I was doing things the right way. It is mentally hard whenever you see 5 days red in a row. Like, it's mentally tough. It sucks, especially whenever you're putting out plays or this or that. It's gonna happen. Like, there's more stress to it in general. Like, as a content creator and putting out these plays for people and talking about them, and then losing. Like, it's tough. It's even mentally tougher. But, like, as just an individual bettor outside of content creation, it's still very, very hard. And that, once you get over that hump, once you get over the hump of, like, seeing red days, you're going to start, seeing it benefit, sticking to the process. I know that's, like, a crazy thing to say and, like, get into somebody's head because it sounds like, oh, bro, they never win. But, like, mathematically, it makes so much sense if you guys stick to this process. You guys know that. Think about it. You could lose 23 straight 6 flexes on PrizePicks. 23 straight slips you could lose. And if you have good bankroll management, you are still going to be in play. If you hit that 24th one, then you're going to be profitable over that stretch. Like, it's math. It's math, it's math, it's math. Called daily grind for a reason. Beat the sportsbook says. Yeah, for sure. Caden, what's the difference between this and OddsJam software? This is really more just fantasy based, and we have a correlation tool that gives you the most profitable correlated slips across these DFS apps. I'm not going to reveal anything here on this live stream, guys. I know that you guys are probably wanting, some of these plays. I'm not going to do that. I'll probably do a YouTube video giving out one of these slips at some point this week, or maybe I'll give it out on a live stream, but most likely it's going to be a YouTube video. So make sure you guys have post notifications on. That way you guys get notified when I do post the slip. But if you guys don't have access to these tools yourself, you linked in the description. You guys can get access to these tools. I love, my favorite part about this live stream right now is the education. There's not too much value. So like, guys, we're not missing too much. Hopefully you guys are learning at least. Somebody said, boom, fantasy. I'll let you peep this real quick while I'm reading comments. Let me see. True Story says, really lost 450 in 3 days going off DG, bro. How much bankroll do you have? Right? Where were you at whenever you started? And are you playing at volume? Or are you picking and choosing? But even then, that's still not crazy or out of the realm of possibility if your unit size is $25 or, you know, $50 or whatever it might be. It's not out of the realm. Truck, I think it's truck. Does it show you the stats as you click the prop, or does it give you the market value? Yeah, it's just showing you the market data between these sports books and comparing it directly back to PrizePicks. Kristaps Porzingis on PrizePicks right now, pretty solid, 26.5 on PrizePicks for points and rebounds. Obviously suggesting the under, since this is at 25.5 on majority or all the sports books. And Fliff's got this at -120 on the under. So yeah, it takes into consideration the overs and the unders for these stats. It removes the juice, you know, from the sports books and these lines, devigging them to find the true fair odds percentage to hit. All done in the back end, mathematically. What was I gonna say? Somebody sparked a thought in my head. Oh, yeah, it's not going to show you the stats, right? But like, why don't we look at stats? You'll never see us clicking last 5 game logs. You'll never see us looking up matchups. You'll never see us looking at you know, the last 10 if they've hit 8 out of the last 10. It's all baked into the odds and the lines set by these sports books, and that's what we are trusting, right? You guys don't think that the sports books know Kristaps Porzingis, let's just say hypothetically, that he's gone over 25.5 points and rebounds in the last 8 out of 10 games. Like, the sports books setting these lines and their $1 million models and stuff they have, right? That is a lot better stuff than anybody you could find, you know, on Twitter and everything. Promise you. Like, it's all baked in. They know everything you think you know about these matchups and these game logs, etc. It's all baked into the line. So we are just simply following the data, following the market, and trusting that all of that is baked into these lines and odds. Let's see. Andrew, when I say at volume, right? As many as you can get in, obviously, like, you know, following bankroll management and assuming your bankroll can allow, like, if there's enough plus EV plays to get a slip off on PrizePicks, you should be entering it, right? If you check the optimizer, you see it, boom, enter it. If you check it again in 5 minutes and there's another one that's you're not overexposing to multiple props or a certain player, boom, get it in. Like, go to Underdog. If you see one on Underdog, get that in, all right? Like, as you guys are going throughout your day and you're getting these slips in, like, that's what I mean at volume. I'm not saying to force slips, right? And correlation tool, same thing. It's literally at volume. If you guys can get these slips in at volume over the long term, they're going to be profitable. Yeah, so there's still some correlation in NFL. It's not as strongly correlated as like some of the slips with the yards and stuff, but there is still correlation that is profitable on PrizePicks. Even given the payout shifts, they are up on the tool. So Jared Goff here, like this one is. Ooh, hold on. This one's like a tough call. I'm probably trusting. Like which one's correct, right? We see multiple books at 37. You got multiple books slash DFS apps at 35 and a half. If I had to say, honestly, we're gonna build out a slip right now on ParlayPlay with Goff. And sorry if you guys are like, why are we building this out? He doesn't play till Sunday. It's the right move. Kristaps Porzingis over 1.5 made threes. We'll talk about this slip a little bit more after I'm done. Victor under 12.5 rebounds plus assists. Sorry about my squeaky chair. All right, we got to move. Montgomery, I think this is going to payout shift. Is it not payout shifting? What? Vucevic under 1.5 made threes. Devin Booker under 34.5 points plus assists. Jared Goff. I'm interested to see what happens with that line there. We've already played Tobias Harris. Brock Purdy over 29.5 pass attempts is what we're going to do. I don't love that actually necessarily. With David Montgomery under rush yards. You could take CMC over rush yard or rush attempts maybe instead. But why did Jared Goff have to get moved? I just might run with it. Hopefully kind of just a shootout. We're going to take over pass attempts for Goff anyways. Yeah, I'm going to run with it. This is slip. Jared Goff, I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this line. All right. Good play right there. Yeah, see, so it looks like, and I was right. I was kind of reading the odds a little bit. Everybody was kind of a little. There was a couple books with 35.5, a couple with 37.5. They've all now adjusted to basically 37.5. FanDuel has been a little wacky in general with their lines, so not sure what's going on there. Maybe some good value on that play on FanDuel. But if we could have got 35.5 on ParlayPlay without being too slow like I was, that would have been nice. 35.5 compared to 37.5, pretty nuts. What kind of discrepancies are you looking for? It just depends. It really just depends on number one, like sports. Number two, like what type of stat it is. Depends on how much value it is. You know, in general within those sports, might depend on how much of a discrepancy is worth it. But oftentimes discrepancies are huge. Oftentimes, it's a lot about the odds on top of the discrepancies, or vice versa. What's up, Blue Hunnets? No, I will use. I've already middled humanoid. You might come a little late, RP. But humanoid, I've played the over 3.5 on PrizePicks, the under of 4, right? So the most accurate projection is probably going to be in the middle. You have these two DFS apps setting lines independently. I'm not saying one's more sharper than the other, but if we play that, looking like a pretty solid chance to go over 3.5, right, and possibly push at 4, given the fact that that's close to the middle. So we could push on Underdog, win on PrizePicks, or have a chance to win, obviously, on either side. But middling, obviously, the bigger the discrepancy, the better. That's what we're hoping for. But yeah, that logic's still used even with a 0.5 discrepancy like that. Let's see. KC. So like people kind of do it differently as far as like bankroll. Depending on what, like if you wanted to do just a separate bankroll on PrizePicks, right? Then yeah, but like if you have a lot of money spread across multiple different apps and you can make it one overall unit size, that's what I do. But yeah, I mean, you could do it the other way technically, depending on what you have on which app in your bankroll on that app. But like, I think it makes most sense to have like a general unit. And then obviously, like you can, if you have a bad run on one app or the other, you could deposit from, or withdraw from one app, spread your funds a little bit across those apps. Been recommended to me not to do more than 30% of my bankroll, include one prop. Yeah, I wouldn't put more than one prop in 2 slips, but really not even just 2 slips, like 1 slip. I don't like overexposing that much. If you have a higher, bankroll and such, you can afford to, put it into. If it's a really good play, I wouldn't just put like a normal play in multiple slips, personally. Am I the only one that thinks Brock will throw a pick? I'm not sure, man. Take a prop if the books are in sync on a prop. I'm not sure what you. Is it a good idea to take a prop if the books are in sync on a prop? Jonathan, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. I don't know if maybe you can reword that a little bit. Fliff page. Here it is. A lot of long shots on Fliff, guys. A lot of weird lines kind of being thrown at us. Bet rivers, like I'm assuming that they should be probably closer to here, and obviously Fliff would still be off, but no player props or anything at the very second. I know a lot of you guys are looking for the player props. See, they're a little bit more in line here. Bet rivers and DraftKings. Fliff still off, minus 18, plus 200. Like it's always best. Like it is always best if you have multiple data points to back up, what you are going to be betting, right? Of course, you feel 100% more confident if you have 5 books saying it should be set at this, and then instead of if you just had 2 books, right? Because that would mean that the market is for sure what those 5 have it, as opposed to the 1 book that's off. I feel like we're coming down to the end here. It's been fun answering questions, kind of just spreading some knowledge in general. So I do appreciate anybody in here. Whenever you guys are active in chat, it makes these streams a lot more fun for me and a lot more satisfying just getting to teach people, because I feel like that's a little bit of why plus EV betting has a bad rap, or people give up on it, is because they don't know enough, right? They just get the optimizer and then they think it's supposed to just spew out 25 X's or 10 X's. It's not necessarily the case. But yeah. The reason why we took Porzingis at 1.5 threes, there was no discrepancy as far as the line between Porzingis and the sportsbooks. Like everybody had it at 1.5, but the sportsbooks, I forgot what the juice was. Let's just say it was minus 145, right? Minus 145 or minus 150 on the sportsbooks. We got it at minus 119 odds on ParlayPlay. I think we took it on. So the discrepancy is in the odds, not necessarily the line of that prop. What the projection was for that prop. But yeah, been live almost an hour, guys. I really, really do appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys want access to the tools, like I mentioned, linked in the description, any of these DFS apps, code DGF, you'll get your deposit match. Sleeper, if you use code DUSTIN, I would appreciate that on Sleeper. But that is going to be it. I appreciate everyone in here that was tuning in, talking, chatting, helping people out. I love to see the positivity in the chat of people explaining and helping each other out, because I might not see every comment. So I do appreciate all of y'all. That's going to be it. Peace. Love you guys. Let's cash. Let's start the week off really good. Hopefully a couple of these slips hit. I think we made 3 of them in total maybe. Hopefully you see some winners today. Never guaranteed, but always what we're looking for. Profit. If we hit one slip, we are looking good.